What's up, guys? Kaplow here for another Cyberpunk Basic.
Alright guys, what's up? Let's talk about cyberware and the cyberware you want to choose when it comes to a stealth build. Some people prefer to do stealth builds, so we're going to go over the cyberware that makes the most sense when you're looking to get yourself equipped correctly. So first off, let's talk about the stats in general. One of the things is they have different basically statistic attunements, and if we look at our character, you can be attuned to any of these. Well, not to the relic, but you can be attuned to these 5: cool, technical ability, reflexes, body, or intelligence. So for our cyberware and for stealth purposes, we want to be cool attuned. Now, the reason we want to be cool attuned is that technical gives you extra armor, intelligence gives you basically damage in general, but you don't get as much damage in general as you do headshot damage with cool. So let's find a cool. Why am I having such a hard time? There we go. So this one right here is cool attuned, which means you get, for every point in cool, you get a little bit extra headshot and weak spot damage. And so here you see I get a current total of 4% extra headshot and weak spot damage, which is fantastic for a stealth build. Whereas when we were looking at intelligence attuned, we're getting basically 1% damage overall, which is great because that helps you with cyberware. It also helps you with just body shots. It helps you with everything. But for stealth specifically, we're going to want to look at headshot and weak spot damage, and that's going to be huge, getting that 4% over that 1%. Now, the next thing we want to think about is 3 different stats here. We've got decreased enemy vision, we've got bonus stealth damage, and then we've also got headshot damage. So as we can see right here with the synaptic accelerator, which we're going to be looking at later, we both get decreased enemy vision, and this means that you can basically sneak by people from further away. It also means that you have more time to get by people or to deal with them when they see you. So, you see that eyeball fill up. Well, when there's decreased enemy vision, the eyeball fills up a little bit slower, so you got a little bit more time before you're going to enter combat. Now, the bonus stealth damage is just a flat increase to the amount of damage that you're doing to people from stealth. And so if you're hitting them in the head, you're doing even more damage. So this way, with the bonus stealth damage, that's just damage that you do outside of combat. And so if you're looking to take out people with a single shot, that bonus stealth damage is going to be huge. The last one is going to be just headshot. Let me find one that does headshot. I think it's over here somewhere. Here we go. Headshot damage multiplier. So our Kiroshi Sentry Optics gives us headshot damage multiplier. That's big, just for being able to take people out with a single shot. So this is going to be huge. Now let's look at the individual pieces of cyberware that are big for the stealth build. Now if you're into throwing weapons, then you absolutely are going to want to get the handle wrap right here. So this gives you a 27% increase in crit chance when you equip the weapon. So one thing I'll do is, if I've been throwing the weapon nonstop, is I'll switch to like my pistol, and then I'll switch back to it. I get that 6 seconds to be able to get that extra crit chance. This almost guarantees a crit at that point. So you're going to be doing tons of damage. Especially with everything else that's going to give you crit chance and whatnot, that 27% is going to seal the deal, especially with thrown weapons. And so with a thrown weapon that has this extra crit chance, I'm getting more essentially guaranteed damage at that point, then do more damage than a silenced pistol. However, silenced pistols already do a ton of damage, and they're going to, on average, do more than the throwable one. But when you got handle wrap, you're going to get that extra damage there too. Now, another one that's huge is Lynx Paws. So the one downside of Lynx Paws is you're not going to be able to do the power jump or the double jump, but you're going to have quieter movement, and you're going to have faster crouch movement speed, which the crouch movement speed is great just for getting around, but also just for be able to move past people's eyeballs more quickly, to be able to make sure you get to someone in time in case you're going to want to take them out without, doing a shot. That way you can sneak up on someone, grab them real quick. That extra movement speed, just reduces a lot of risk that you're going to deal with when you're dealing with a stealth build, and that quieter movement is huge as well. Now, the next one is going to be optical camo. So when the gods of risk roll against you, You're going to want to have something like optical camo to reduce your visibility. So if a bunch of eyeballs start, filling up, well, then you can reduce your visibility by 90%. So that makes you practically invisible. If you're sitting right in front of someone, yeah, they're still going to see you. But if you're in a room full of people, you're pretty far away from them, then you're pretty much going to be almost invisible to them. And so this optical camo is going to be big for getting out of some sticky situations. Now, combine that with Synaptic Accelerator. This slows time by 40% when an enemy detection reaches 50%. So this is another basically risk mitigation piece right here. So if somebody sees you, you didn't realize it, you didn't account for them when you were sneaking around the building, this gives you more time to react. So if you enter a hallway and the guy's like right near you and you get to 50%, well, it'll allow you to at least back outside the hallway or something like that. Or it might allow you to take them out, or whatever other option that you want to employ. Combine that with optical camo. Somebody sees you, you don't have time to get away from their prying eyes. Maybe you drop the optical camo and now you're out of there. So these pieces are going to be big for everything you need to do when it comes to stealth. There's a number of them that are also really good, decrease enemy vision. So even if it's not specific to stealth, it can often have stats that are going to be helping you with that. If we look at this one right here, another one, bonus stealth damage. We look right here. None of these are helpful. However, extra damage against drones, robots, mechs, and turrets, which means that I can blow up mechs with quick hacks more easily, and I'm not going to have too much problems from stealth there. This one, headshot damage multiplier. So a lot of your cyberware is not going to be for stealth, which is great because you need to make sure you have a balanced build anyway, but they're oftentimes going to have things that are going to indirectly benefit your stealth build, or they're at least going to have a stat that's going to help you with that. I hope this was helpful. If it was, give it a like. Think about subscribing, and good luck surviving Night City.